Hello and welcome back to New World. So you guys seem to really enjoy my Sims 4 Next Gen save file, and you guys have been asking me tons of questions about what I use, how I did this, how I did that. So in this video, I'm going to make a brand new save file and give you guys the tips and the tricks about everything I learned, everything I use, and also how to make your save file complete and with full details. And I'm also going to try to make this save file even more polished than the one that I have now, so you guys can be able to at least play this. I'm not going to put any custom content in this save file. So I have my custom content full save file, and I also have my custom content free save file. So you guys have an option to choose between the two. Now my next gen save file is out on my Discord right now. So if you want to go check that out, it is an early access. There are some things that need to be fixed, but if you want to just go ahead and hop into the world and help me fix these things along the way, go ahead and hit that link in the description below. Now, before we get into this video, I do want to give a special thanks to Instant Gaming for sponsoring today's video. Now, Instant Gaming is a platform where you can buy games at a cheaper price. So if you see a game that you really enjoy or a game that you're on the fence about and you don't want to pay full price, you're able to go over to Instant Gaming and buy that game at a discounted price. And it's not also just games, it's also games DLCs. You can also get packs and things like that from the Sims 4 as well if you want to get those, and also any other game that might interest you. Now, if you hit the affiliate link in my description below, I will be getting a small percentage of your purchase if you want to show support to me. Now, you can go ahead and head to Instant Gaming if you want to on your own and kind of not do that if you don't feel like it. But if you want to show support to your favorite creator, hopefully it's me, you guys can go in and click that link below in the description and go download the game that you want at a discounted price. We all like games at a cheaper price, so doing that for a game that you want to really enjoy or really try out is a win-win for me, you, and everybody along the way. So go ahead and head to Instant Gaming to get games at a cheaper, discounted 40%, 90%, 25% price immediately with no scams, no hassles or anything. Let's go ahead and hop into the video because we do have a lot to discuss. So the first thing that you want to do is make sure that you have a completely clean Sims 4 save. Now the reason for this is because you don't want to have any reason as to why your save file becomes corrupt later on. You can basically be in charge of everything from the start. You want to have a great, good, clean starting point, no mods, no anything, because having a clean starting point will make the game a lot more in your control. Now, we will not be starting a new game right now, because starting a new game, you will load in and there will be a ton of lots in the game already. Every world is filled in with NPCs and houses. So what you want to do is have a completely blank save file. Now me, I made the mistake of taking out every single house individually one by one, but there is a save file that's out called Seriously's Blank Save File that we're going to be downloading in order to have no Sims and no lots, a completely blank save, so you can implement what you want inside of that save file. Now they take off every single lot in this game, every single lot, and they strip it bare minimum. Don't make the mistake I did in doing it one by one. There's a way to do this completely easy and simple. So this is how you do it. You want to go and click this download button right here. In about 3 seconds, it's going to download, and there you have it right there. Seriously Blank Life and Death save file. Now, a lot of the times they will put the expansion, the most recent expansion there on the title, so you guys know what update and what expansion is the most recent to know if that lot has been changed or not. So adding this in the game, where do all of these files go, right? So these files go in your documents. You want to find it. Usually it's going to be quick access pin on the left hand side of your desktop, but you basically just want to go to documents, electronic arts, Sims 4, and then you just want to drag and drop what you just downloaded. So Seriously's Blank Save will be in your downloads, or basically wherever file that you have set for your downloads, that's where it'll be. So for me, it's just right in my downloads. I just want to click it, and you see this save slot right here. So what you want to do is go to saves, and all you want to do is drag this. Let me go ahead and put this side by side. All you want to do is just drag this inside of that save. So now the Seriously's Blank Save is inside of your documents folder, and you can go ahead and launch the game. Now, upon launching your game, you're going to see something completely change. It's going to go from play to resume. Now, the reason why it's doing this is because that's how you know that the save is inside of the game. So you want to click resume, and once you click resume, these are all the lots based off the expansion packs that you have. These are all the lots that are in the game, and as you can see, if you click it, there will be absolutely nothing on this save. There will be nothing there. Everything will be blank. If you click this manage households button, you have a test sim right here, but there are no other Sims in this game at all. So you basically just want to close this out, exit this out if you want to. And now we have a blank canvas on every single world that we have. Every single world that we have is completely blank, fresh canvas, nothing there. And a good thing is, one tip that I always say is when installing lots, the easiest way to kind of find the house that fits the theme of a lot of these worlds is by the title. So if I go right here, as you can see, Desert Bloom is a perfect example. If I go in the gallery and I just type in Desert Bloom and I click most popular, you can find all of these very nice lots that already have the thing on it. That's a tip that's we're going to talk about a little bit later in the video. But now that we have the blank save and now that we have all the lot strip and no sims, it is time to go ahead and add in the core mods that you're going to need for a completely seamless and smooth experience as far as customizing your sim and being able to set families and jobs with a click of a button. It's actually really cool what modders have been able to do when it comes to ease of access to this game. Now the first mod that we'll be downloading is MC Command Center. Now MC Command Center is kind of like the dev tools for the creators, so it's very cool. It has a lot of features. I do recommend watching videos and tutorials if you really want to get super deep into MC Command Center, but I'll be showcasing basically what we'll be doing. But in order to download it, you just want to click this link right here and it'll just go ahead and already have it downloaded, right? And the next thing that we want to download is UI Cheats. Now UI Cheats is also just an extra addition to those dev tools that you're going to need at a click of a button, be able to add jobs, change relationships at a super fast, speedy pace. So you just want to scroll all the way down and you want to click this button right here and boom, now we have 2 mods downloaded and we're going to go ahead and drag those into the game. Once again, you want to go to your documents, electronic arts, The Sims 4, and be able to go ahead and drop in these in the mods folder. Now as you can see, there are a lot of files right here. You just want to drag and put each and every one of these things inside of the game. Now these are script mods. Now script mods are mods that do need to be enabled in the settings. I'm going to show you guys where that is in a minute. But once we download those mods right here, you also want to download UI Cheats. You just want to drag and drop that in there. Now usually what I like to do is I like to keep my mod folder very organized. So you want to right click and click folder. I'm just going to call this scripts. Start from the top, shift click, and then I'm gonna control click this to take that off and just drag this inside of my scripts folder. So now I have the scripts folder. All the scripts are right here ready to go, and you never want to delete or remove this resource CFG because your game will actually break. You never want to remove it. You always want to have that inside of the game. Now because we're in game and you might not be able to know if your script mods are inside of your game unless you check off this option. Now you want to go to game options and you want to go to other, and this you want to make sure that script mods allowed is checked. Now the game is going to be completely clean, so you're going to have to check this off because it will not be checked off on launch. You want to go in the settings and turn this on. If you don't turn this on, and none of those script mods are going to be able to work, so please keep that in mind. So now we have the core mods that we need installed and we also have the blank save. Now it is all up to you to go ahead and be able to customize the world as you like, but it might seem super overwhelming, so I'm going to give you guys tips and things that I've learned throughout the time of me making my own save file and now this pretty much new vanilla based save file. Now the very first tip is to look for inspiration. Now each world in this game does have its own authentic style. So Willow Creek has like a very New Orleans southern type style. Oasis Springs kind of has like an Arizona-esque style, very high, rich, modern. Newcrest is completely blank, but I do like to use Newcrest as like a arm extension of Willow Creek because the worlds are so similar in game. Magnolia Promenade is kind of like the shop area, but you can also change this as well. And this one, I really want this to be like apartment center. So a lot of these in this game do seem connected once you go inside the game. So I do believe, in my personal opinion, this is just me, that Willow Creek, Newcrest, and Magnolia Promenade are kind of like 3 worlds in conjunction with one another, and I like to use that as ways for my sims to travel world to world without it feeling a little bit too unrealistic. And San Myshuno is also the city part. Now for me, San Myshuno personally is also an extension of Newcrest. I think that all of these 4 worlds, in my opinion, are kind of conjoined and combined into one another. Now if you have all the other packs, you have Brindleton Bay, you have Forgotten Hollow, you can see a lot of these worlds has its own theme, right? So a good thing to know is try to stick with the theme of the world, but also switch it up in your own creative style. Now because these lots are empty, it's completely up to you for the format and the structure that you want in each of these worlds. So for example, this kind of box right here, it can be the town area, or you can make this whole entire section right here the town area. You can also make these community lots, or you can make these houses. It's all up to you and your creative style. I do recommend going on Pinterest, going on Tumblr, going on Instagram and finding inspiration of homes and houses. So before we place any lot down, before we place any houses down, and before we create any sim, there is one setting that I do recommend that you guys turn completely off, or it's up to you how you want it. But this neighborhood stories, right, I have it unchecked. The reason why I have neighborhood stories unchecked is because once you start creating your sims and once you start creating all of your characters in the game, a lot of stuff is going to start moving on its own without your control. So dying accidents, adopt a child, adopt cats and dogs, have a baby, retire from career, leave a career, move out, move in. This will all be happening right in between your gameplays. Like right in between your gameplays, you're gonna pan out, somebody's gonna have a baby, it's gonna be 4 or 5 dogs in one of these sims households. You don't want that. You do not want that. It is a headache. Sometimes it gets very frustrating and annoying, and I did not know what was causing this problem until I clicked these little 3 dots. I wish somebody would have told me. Another thing that you need to realize, my households and other households, in the beginning of me creating my save file, I kept putting all the sims that I felt like I wasn't going to play with in other households. But what will happen is you will not keep the relationships. As you can see right here, it says sims within this tab may lose progress info such as skill levels, relationships, and etc. So if you have sims that you genuinely feel like have relationships with other people based off of the storylines that you have, or based off of just relationships that you had in the world in general, putting those sims in other households will completely strip those and it will be empty. And you do not want to do that because it will just completely revamp and change all of the things that you have in the game. We're in game and we got 2 of the sims that I'm going to basically show you guys the mods and how to use these and how to basically set the backstories for your characters. A quick thing to note, with the UI extensions cheat, you can kind of right click relationships and add relationships with any sim. Now there are sims in this game based off the DLCs that you have that will automatically be inside of this. So they are sims that will always be in whatever save file that you have. So it's best to change their appearance so you are content and basically just accept the fact that, hey, these are sims that will never leave the game. They will always spawn no matter what I do. So this, you just have to be okay with this. But you can add relationships with these characters. So one thing that I know about UI cheats is you can click the sim that you want. So we're going to say Agatha Crumplebottom for a perfect example. And to change relationships, you can right click and change the value. But for me, what seems to work the most is going to MC Command Center. This is the other mod that we downloaded. Scrolling down, clicking relationships, set active relationship levels. And you can change it from friendly, do you want to be good friends, and it'll click right there, or romantic, you can do true lovers, soulmates, or whatever the case may be, bad romance. And this does add in so much lore and definition with all of the characters that you have that you create with a click of 2 buttons. I literally just set their relationships with 2 buttons, literally. Now also, if you want to give your sim a certain job, what I do was easier. I just go on the phone and I go to business and I go to find a job. Now I do this for all of the sims that I do, and I kind of select the job that they already have in this panel. So she seems like a very artsy person, so I want to go and find painter. And the cool thing with UI cheats is when you right click the top of this, and now you have all of the options right here to change the branch, the levels, and really enhance that character's backstory. So let's say I want her to be a canvas creator. I click that and she does get that promotion. You want to close out those notifications and get those out the way. With relationships, do they work or do they have impact? They do. So if I click, perfect example, if I click Steve Fogel right here and I click MC Command Center, let's do relationships, set active relationship levels, let's do friendly, let's do true friends, romantic, let's do true lovers, right? Let's max these 2 out. You will have the unlocked things right here already ready. You will immediately be able to first kiss, hold hands. You're not able to do these in the beginning automatically because those sims don't know each other. And you can also revoke those relationships as well. You can also click on the sim and do that. So we can change it to romance and just go to enemies, terrible enemy lovers. And it also changes those interactions immediately when you go to romance, affection. You can't do a lot. Some things are taken away. So that is basically the core mods and basically the things that you're going to want to need and use inside of your save to set jobs, to set relationships, to set all of those things to keep the game as realistic as possible and have those sims have that complete 100% lore. Now going in game and going to manage worlds, these sims will still be here. Now if you want these sims out, you just want to click this manage household and click this X button. Also, this sim is a random generated sim. This sim is random, and there is a way to do this through MC Command Center to stop all of the random townies from generating. There's also a mod called No Random Townies if you want to download that mod to completely take away all of the random Sims that just spawn in the game. And also with this, neighborhood stories, once you have that, will come inside of the game. So once you create your first Sim or whatever the case may be, neighborhood stories will be basically enabled. So you do want to turn these off and save it. I do not want neighborhood stories on in the game. This Lemons guy, I just want to delete them and close it out. And also we want to just close out the Baxters as well and be ready and able to start adding in lots and adding in the things that we want inside of the save. And one thing that I say that is also super duper amazing, especially if you have all the packs, even if you don't, there are base game builds in the game that can completely enhance your world. Please do not neglect and please do not sleep on the gallery. The gallery has some of the best lots I have ever seen in Sims ever. People are so creative with what they do. People are very talented, and using the gallery does so much help when it comes to creating your saves and your worlds, because you can get as descriptive as you want and be able to really have your game looking exactly how you had it, all because somebody else's creation that they shared to the public, that they took their time on. So it is a great way to really flesh out and fill out your worlds. And we're going to go ahead and you guys can kind of see my workflow on how I do things. I want to start off in a bigger lot. I want to start off in Magnolia Promenade. So I want the Magnolia Promenade, like I said, to be the apartment lots, right? So you want to go to gallery and you have all these people and all these creations and all these things, right? But I want apartments. You can go to most popular, you can go to popular now, and basically you have all these really good and nice looking apartments already ready and able to be downloaded for you. You can go to most popular as well and have really nice, very good looking apartments ready to go. Now I just seen one of these that I think actually looks really good. These realistic apartments, they have all the packs, they're empty though, so you guys are able to go in and kind of add, but these are very realistic. I love these apartments a lot. I think these look really nice, but I do want to find apartments that are furnished. So I'm going to go to most popular, and to get even more descriptive, because you'll see families, you see everything else, you just want to go to lots, lot type, residential rental, and now it kind of really does narrow down the searches and everything to get everything right. Don't be discouraged if some of these lots already have names on them for like certain set worlds, because you can basically add in really whatever that you want to do. Now this is a 64 by 64 lot. Before you download anything, you always have to recognize that lots have sizes. And because lots have sizes, if you download a lot that's smaller than the size, it's going to only take up that portion, right? And you don't want to do that. And you can't place in 64 by 64 lots on a 40 by 30. So remember these numbers, and then you can go back into the gallery and go to size, and I want a 40 by 30 lot. Boom. So now my search narrowed. I really like these apartments right here. These apartments do look really nice. So this is a modern apartment 5 unit. We're going to click that. And the reason why it says not available for this lot is because we have to go inside of this lot, and then you want to go in residential and just select residential rental. Now this is a pack that you're going to need, the 4 rent pack. So if you don't have this pack, I strongly do recommend it. Go ahead and hit that instant gaming link below to get it for a completely discounted price. And we're going to click this. The apartment 5 unit is right here. You want to click and click place lot. You want it furnished, and boom, just like that, this lot is placed inside of the world, and it looks really good. I love how when I kind of pan out, it really does fit this lot a lot. Make sure you look at the world around you and kind of figure out what feel you want, because now I really do like this set. And now I feel like everything else around this should just be stores, right? I really do like how this apartment turned out, and I think everything else around it should be stores. I think that would be really cool to kind of add in. As you can see, a cool thing about creating Sims and downloading these lots is it'll help you out to understand by room, to create the Sims by room. That helped me out a lot, because I would get stuck trying to figure out what to do with Sims that I create when I can just go in and create these Sims by room. So I look at the theme of this room right here. This has like a very nice adult school scholar kind of thing, college student kind of vibe. There's a book bag right here. Here's a teddy bear right here. So obviously it's a girl, but you can, whatever you want to do, whatever character that you want to put in here based off the theme, you can do that. And also you can delete these things if you don't want them in there. You can change the swatches and everything to kind of change the vibe of the room. So if you want this to look just a tad bit more masculine, if you want it to be more of a guy's place, you can just click this and change the swatches. And now already in a couple of clicks, it gives off a completely different vibe. I can go all black if I want to and change this all black. And now it went from kind of like a girl's room to it kind of is starting to slowly become a guy's room. Now it's starting to look a little different. You can change different paintings if you want to. You can change the color of these bases. Everything is able to be changed, but I'm gonna undo all of these to its origin. And yeah, so it's basically, once I get this bear back, it'll be back to normal, right? Because you can see the undo thing is right there. So I love making sims by room. I think it'll help you out in your creative process. As you can see right here in this room, we kind of have like a more modern apartment, a lot bigger. Seems like a painter because they have this easel right here, and it seems like a single, doesn't seem like they have any kids, so we can say this is a painter. This is a very established, rich kind of painter. As you can see the things in here, this is a very good looking lot. I'm actually going to keep this. It looks really, really nice. Remember that some of these also do have stairs, so also be mindful of that. Remember the color. So this one is blue, so this is not the house that has those stairs, so we're okay with that. But in this one, in this yellow one, somebody has a kid, right? So they have, this is kind of like a child and they have a toddler, so they have two kids right here. It's very simple. Like I said, room by room does wonders with creating different sims and kind of creating different vibes and environments. I always recommend, don't click this button, because sometimes lots and sometimes the game is not the game. The Sims is kind of a little bit broken almost all the time. So a safe thing to do is click these three dots, manage world, and save. Do that after every lot that you place. I really like this lot. I really like the vibe. I like the energy right now. So I think this save is going to look really, really good for you guys. Shout out to the creator that also created this. This is I don't know how to say this, PCHR scene. Picture scene, however you say that. I hope I'm not butchering your name. This is great. Now, if you like the creators that create these things and you kind of want everything to be on the same theme, because a lot of creators do have a theme and a vibe, or some of them are very complex, you just click it. You can view their catalog and you can click lots, and you can see they have very good looking lots. I recommend, if you like somebody's stuff, follow them. Why not? I think following them, giving them that follow, seeing like this looks really, really good. I love their creations. This is somebody I just found. I didn't find this in my save file, so hey, this save file might be better than my other one. It might be a lot smoother. Can't wait to play this on stream with you guys. So we got this very nice looking apartment complex right here, and then we have these three lots that I've seen. I want these all to be stores. Don't be discouraged if it says residential. You can change it upon placing. So you have the preeminent domain. Now, easy way, you can just click this, press Control-C if you want to see, okay, I'm kind of stuck. What do I want to do? I don't know if I want it to be preeminent domain. Like, I don't know what vibe I want to go in. It's easy to search the name up and press this. You also want to make sure you clear the filters. So I'm going to clear the filters, and I'm going to click preeminent domain, paste it. Most popular, and you kind of have like already what people have already added in the game, and kind of get an idea. I really like this. It looks really cool. It looks nice, looks clean. It fits the kind of clean aesthetic, clean vibe. 30 by 20, you just want to place it right there. Changing the venue type is right here, so don't be discouraged if it says residential or residential rental. With residential rentals, you just want to go inside of that lot and change it on the top left. When it comes to those lot traits, you want to click place lot, and that lot will be placed right here. And you just want to click this. You want to click build just to go in and see how that lot looks. I love how this looks right here. Once we add those other two, we're going to really flesh out the world. And now we can see how it lines up right here on the street. So it has this like very seamless, nice and white and bright, very upscale, modern kind of feel. We go right here and we just kind of click down. This looks really nice. Like, this is really, really cool. A store. Now, like I said, it's so good to just sit down and look and see what vibes and how to combine two different ideas and kind of getting that basically in that loop. Now, like I said, don't be discouraged and don't feel like you have to build everything by yourself. I know people want to have their own creative spin. More power to them, because that takes a ton of time. Shout out Plum Bob Kingdom, somebody that handcrafted every single lot in his save file, which is amazing. But with me, I love seeing the community and using the community's builds and adding those in my game, because they're way better builders than I am and they have a lot of talent. So I really do enjoy adding these lots inside of the game and kind of really having this fleshed out vibe. So we're going to fill these other two lots right here. I do love when I just copy and paste these. You just want to highlight these by triple clicking and pressing Control-C on your keyboard. I open the gallery. I click Control-V, and Patty Wax Emporium. What did they have for Patty Wax Emporium that kind of fits that white vibe that it has like this very white brick kind of vibe that I want to see. this looks really nice. I love this. This is fire. So I'm gonna click place lot, and now this is kind of like a cool kid store that we have right on the street. So right on this street right here, as you can see, it's kind of fleshing out. We got the lot here, we got a lot right here, we got the apartment complex right here. So it has like this really cool downtown-esque feel to it. And then we can go right here and go ahead and add that last lot. So I do want to add a lot like this. This lot looks really cool, by P. Miguel Vegas. I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. So you want to just click place lot. For easier, instead of clicking place lot and going, I'm just going to click place lot and edit. It kind of has that red vibe with that red brick right there, and also that white brick too. So just seeing the small little details, making sure everything is lined up and looks on par with one another. And boom, so there goes that third and last lot right there, ready to go. It looks really cool. It fits the world very nicely. And also, don't feel overwhelmed if your lot is facing the wrong way. You can go in and kind of rotate it as you want. So we're gonna go and rotate this. I really love how the brick complements each other though. It looks really cool like this. You just want to click move house. You want to click move lot completely so you can rotate it. And I just want to turn this to face this way. You want to click the check mark right here, and boom, now the lot is facing each other, and now it all looks like it's coming together very nicely. I really like how this looks. I love this kind of like very nice white clean aesthetic, and then right here it has that mix of that southern style, especially right here. It looks really nice right here with the double stores. This looks really nice right by the water. You see that right there? This looks really good. This looks really good. And the last thing that I want to do is give you guys my workflow on how I create my Sims and how you can make your Sims the way that you want to create them. So we're right inside of the create a Sim. And also, like I said, don't feel discouraged to go in the gallery and find some inspiration. You just want to go to households, and I go to most popular, but popular now has kind of like all the updated Sims, as you can see. And a lot of these are base game friendly. A lot of these look cool. I do really like this character, so we're gonna add this character and we're gonna click replace. Some items are removed, some items I might not have. So boom, there you go. This is a very clean, it fits the vibe Sim that I like. I love the style. Now you can also go in and change the style as well if you want to. One thing that I do is I go on Google and I type in the aesthetic that I want, right? So if I want rich, if I want classy, if I want that, I just do classy black male, classy white male, classy black female, white female, whatever. I also go in like different cultures, Mexican, whatever the case may be. I go in and I just type in the outfit ideas and I try to copy and paste those outfits based off of all of the stuff, the core stuff that's in the game, because there's so much content in The Sims 4. You can find the exact kind of look that you were looking for. I do like Jacqueline Cormier. I think this is very cool. Now the reason why I really like the fact that we're doing this all base, we're doing this without custom content, is because you can go in and kind of figure out and see, okay, cool, as you're building your save file, what kind of Sims do I want? How do I want them to look? Do I want them to look clean, realistic? You can kind of play off of those ideas, and if you feel like you need custom content here, you can do that there. Or if you feel like you don't want it and you kind of want to keep it base, it's all there. This is a very fast, quick way that I like doing some of my Sims, but a lot of times I do build them based off of those searches. I kind of look at a person that's online and I say, oh, I like this fit. I like this. I like how this character kind of fits from head to toe. Let me try to recreate this person. And you can do celebrities, you can do basically anybody to kind of add in those idea Sims that you want in the game. So we're going to go ahead and add in Jacqueline inside of the game. Now, one thing that I like doing is pressing Control-Shift-C and typing in free real estate on. Now doing this, you don't have to spend any money on those slots that you do, and you keep the money that you basically have. So I'm gonna spend $0 on this place, and I'm gonna keep that 20,000. The reason I wanna do it because I really did like that one place right here. This place looked really cool. I'm gonna add that. She also has on brown, so it fits the aesthetic of the house. Always understand when you are making a Sim inside of the game, always check for the cold and the hot weather outfits. When you're creating your Sim, really flesh out each outfit individually, from everyday, formal wear, swimwear, to give that perfect idea of what the Sim that you want to look like, because it's going to be worth it in the end, knowing that I made each and every one of my Sims, from their everyday to their cold weather. I did every single thing custom it the way I wanted to so it fits that vibe. Not doing that sometimes will kind of make you upset. Like, I put in all this work and I did all this, but my sim has something completely different on because I didn't go in and I didn't change the party outfit or I didn't change the code outfit. So that's something that please get when you're first starting your save file. Just go ahead and get in the habit of doing that because it works out in the long run. Now, she has this apartment, but you need to be able to make sure that this apartment that she was able to get actually makes sense, right? So that means having a job. So I just go in, I click this, go to business, I click find a job. Said I like her being a painter, so we're gonna click painter. And because she has a very nice house, I'm gonna right click and click promote to branch selection. Patron of the arts, your taste in art is impeccable and you can make great things happen. Show off what you do as a patron of the arts. Reward includes rustic dream bed. I really do like this because it seems like you can also do master of the real. You have real talent and others are starting to recognize it. Live your art, treat it with gravitas and the world shall follow. So between these two, I really do like patron of the arts. And I can right click this and I can do level 10 because she does have a very, very nice place. And as you can see right here, she's gonna be making $360 an hour, and all in the click of a button. And it kind of, now this apartment in this sim fits the aesthetic and the vibe. Now when you go inside of the world and if you meet this character and you talk to him and get to know him, you can come over to the house, you can kind of see it fits the vibe of everything now is like, oh, okay, it fits the vibe. Like this is I like her place. I want to stay here. It builds up so much in the game, and it does make save files very fleshed out and very complete. So that's pretty much the base workflow of everything that I have inside of my save file. Now, a lot of people have also been asking the question about what reshade I use, and I use it in this video, and it is Miss Lollipop's reshade. Go in, she has a tutorial, very detailed. I will link it in the description below. I really do love the reshade. It looks really next gen and really did add in that extra bit of stuff. I don't use any terrain paint, I don't use anything, I didn't change anything. And also for my map replacements, I use 20th Century's Plum Bob map replacement. I'm going to also link his Patreon in the description below, so you guys are able to go in and download those maps if you want to really change and overhaul how your game looks as far as those worlds. So that is it. That is my workflow. That is basically how to create your own Sims for a save file. Very simple and very minimal. I'm going to go in and flesh this world out a little bit. I'm going to play this on stream. I will be streaming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you guys go ahead and check out those streams. I'll be playing this save file, and I'll also be jumping into my next gen save file as well. That is in the description below and my Discord. I really appreciate y'all. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and comment a lion down below if you made it all the way here. Are there tips or anything that I helped you guys out with that you didn't know before? Did you already know these things and kind of was like, you know what, I'm just going to show support anyways, I know this already. There are tons of videos about this, but I did feel like my save file hit over 100,000 views, so I really do appreciate that. So I had to give you guys basically the inside scoop on how I did this, because I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm too good to let you guys know what I did with all of the stuff that I have inside of the game and how I basically created this from start to finish. Now, if you know any tips or anything for people creating save files, please go in the comments down below and help people out. Help me out even. I'm still a beginner in this. Kind of did this to really change the vibe, knowing that The Sims 5 is canceled. So yeah, I really do appreciate you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, New World out.